Okay, so I could have been down here a half hour ago. 9:30. It's 9:30. I'm not going to complain about 9:30 considering I'm usually down here a lot later, and that pisses me off. Because I can't get myself down here on time. I didn't go to bed at like 2. Woke up like 8, my first alarm, and I was like, oh. Of course, then I laid around. So, yeah, my editing program's doing that stupid runtime error thing again. So, like every other video, I got to restart. It's like kind of obnoxious when you're processing HD videos, because they take so goddamn long in the first place. You get like all the way up to like 75%, and then like runtime error, motherfucker. But anyway, yesterday's is being uploaded to YouTube right now, so it worked fine overnight. So. Got my hair cut yesterday. I know nobody cares. A lot of people are going to go away. Arm day? Arm day. Partially arm day. Abs back and biceps. So yeah. And forearm. I do one forearm exercise on that day. Today I do reverse curls. So it's technically a forearm exercise. And then Tuesdays I do inward forearm curls. I'm not going for like huge bulk or anything, so I'm not. If I was doing bulk, I would do both of them twice a week, or even incorporate that. I have one of those. It's a little, you know what I'm talking about, the little bars with the weight and the rope. Those are a bitch. I hate those. So yeah, then we got my hair cut. Got my hair cut. Rat tail update. I will grow it out at least until I am the weight and body fat percentage I want to be. So until then, I will embarrass my kids by having a rat tail. My son doesn't get embarrassed by me. He's used to being by that by now. And my daughter and her boyfriend come over once in a blue moon. They don't get embarrassed by anything either. So then I went to work, and DoorDash is fucking up. Like every order, I would say 3 out of 4 orders is showing up with no map. You know, how orders are supposed to show up is they pop up on the screen. The top half shows you a map. It'll show where the restaurant is on the map and where the customer is on the map. It doesn't give you their address until after you accept it. But this is how all 3 apps work. You know, all 3 of the big apps. It'll show you like, okay, it shows you I'm sitting here, here's the restaurant, here's the customer. And then underneath it, it'll show you the restaurant you're going to. Let's just say it's Denny's. A number of items, the total mileage, and then it'll give you a total for how much is offered. So that's with any upfront tips or peak pays or bonuses, whatever's on there. So let's just, for example, say it's Denny's. I'm sitting at my house. Denny's is like a mile away from me, and the customer's 2 miles that way. So it's going to tell me about 3 miles. You know, it's probably 2 breakfasts. So it'll say 2 items. It'll say Denny's, 2 items, 3 miles, $6.50, something like that. I'd take that. It's not a big deal. But like every 3 out of 4, 2 out of 3, whatever I said, roughly about, let's just say 2 out of 3. The map doesn't show up; it's just blue. It'll say the restaurant, the number of items, and it'll say the total amount. So, and considering where I am sitting in relationship to my delivery area, I am at the bottom, almost the bottom left corner of my delivery area. And unless you're one of the drivers that take everything all the time, at least for the most part, you don't get orders outside your delivery area. And a lot of times I get a lot of orders going downtown Akron, which is completely outside my area. So I live on a strip with a bunch of restaurants, a lot of popular restaurants, and it services like a lot of the surrounding area. Unfortunately, my DoorDash area goes north and east of here, not southwest. So even like 2 miles, I don't mind going a couple miles out that way and coming back, because usually as soon as I get close, I might start getting orders. But going out that way too far means I got to double the mileage for what I'm getting paid. So if it's $6.50 and it's going 6 miles that way, I got to count 12 miles because I got to come back here because I'm already at the edge of my area. So considering my vehicle gets roughly, just on an average day, to say maybe a little bit of using the heat in the car, maybe a little bit of the air conditioner, or having the windows open on a decent day, I probably get about 16 miles to the gallon in the city. So one 16-mile trip total is going to cost me a gallon of gas. So I'm not going to pay $4.75 to make $6. That's not beneficial to me. So again, I'm not telling you guys should tip up front. I am telling you should tip as long as your driver does a decent job. You can always remove that tip, but it doesn't always remove the driver off. Still gets it, just so you know. But you can get a credit for it, and then you can always rate the driver poorly if he does a bad job. So that's my recommendation for that. Tip ahead of time. It's the best process for this. And then if the driver does a piss poor job, give them a bad rating and get a credit for your tip. The more drivers that get complaints like that, the less likely they're going to still stay out, because they'll keep, if you don't rate your driver poorly, who does a poor job, they're going to continue doing the job. Their customer, there's two things that there's one thing that you can do for sure without lying and being, that, because some people like to lie, without lying, that you can do, I don't do double lies, I'm sorry. Or I don't join lies with this, because it'll just make me take longer. What was I saying? Oh, the one thing that you can do to help get rid of bad drivers is to rate them poorly. If their customer service rating gets below a 4.2, they get deactivated and they can't get back on the service. At least that's for DoorDash. I'm not sure. I don't think that works the same way. It doesn't work the same way on the other platforms, but considering DoorDash is like the main platform for this stuff, at least in my area, if your driver does a piss poor job, act like an entitled asshat, forget your shit, ignores all your phone calls and your text messages, rate them poorly, the more people that do that, the more likely they are to be knocked off. Okay? I don't want you to rate drivers poorly unless they've actually done a bad job. Rate them accurately, for what it is. But if you tip $10 and your food is all spilled over the thing and they forgot your 2-liter and your pizza's upside down and shit, yeah, give them a 1 star like that. There are drivers that are that bad. It makes me look bad. So, but anyway, went out, like all those orders were coming like that. Grubhub wasn't busy enough. It sent me 2 offers total, one of which I took. Uber went off once in 2.5 hours. Instacart showed up, I think. Yeah, I only saw Instacart go off once. There was an order when I got on, but it was like $8 for 15 miles and shopping for like 30 items. Like, I am not going to go shop for 30 items for 45 minutes to an hour, depending on how busy it is and how well the store is stocked, and then drive 15 miles after driving, because the way Instacart's set up, there's a list. You get to try to grab the best one you can, and then you have to drive to the store. They don't give you a total miles, they give you a total miles from the store to the customer. So I could be sitting here, I can go off for Meijer. The only 2 Meijers, one is to say 6 miles northeast of here, and the other is about 8-9 miles directly east of here. And then, so I would have to drive that to there, go shop for 45 minutes, then drive the 15 miles over there for only a guaranteed $8. It's not going to happen. Then I get one, it was 11:40, I was about a mile and a half away from the CVS, and the customer was 2 miles away from the CVS. I'm like, cool, 3.5, 4 miles, no problem. $11, 3 items, 3 units of 1 item. I'm like, sure, no problem. I get there, she has the only coffee that they don't have. They have a whole fucking shelf full of all kinds of different coffee. One type of coffee that's not even available in that store. There is not even a tag for it on the shelf. So I had to refund it. Now, granted, I got everything but the tip. So I got $7.40 for 10 minutes max of my time. 15 minutes max of my time. So still better than $20 an hour for that order. But then I had to sit and wait and wait and wait for another order. Then I got one, and after a while I just like, this is going home. So I went and got the extra mulch that I needed at Home Depot, but of course it was like 8:30, 8:45 when I left Home Depot, and it was getting too dark for me to put the rest of it down last night, which pisses me off. So, and I tried to get the discount from Memorial Day, but considering that it was Thursday and it ended on Monday, Tuesday, if I would have been not like tired as shit and thought about it more, I would have been like, listen, I couldn't get here yesterday, my paycheck didn't clear because it was a holiday. I'm like, how about we find a way to make sure I can get this discount? You know, but of course going back 3 days after the sale, 3 days after the sale, and trying to get a retro discount on that, and then an additional discount on the second one wasn't happening. And I was like, yeah, that was too much. So, however, I'm still kicking myself for not trying to get that discount on Monday. Again, when I was working in sales and service, I was more apt to find every possible way that I could utilize my skills and get things to work. And I did a really good job. I got free food at places without being an asshole, just by joking around, having fun, and sweet talking and doing the whole, not the used car salesman bit, because that's just garbage, asshole-y shit, but just doing the whole sweet talking shit and just working on my skills, basically. I was able to get free food at a couple different restaurants, like additional food. Chick-fil-A, I got free food one time just by being goofy. I'm like, my son ordered his food, and I'm like, I'm going to get free food. He goes, don't. I said, I'm going to get free food. He's like, but he knew I wasn't going to be like that Karen asshole type, Kevin, whatever you want to call it. What do they call the guys? Karens, Darrens, I don't know. Nobody's watching me anymore. See, everybody goes away. I'm like, did you order? He goes, yeah. I said, what'd you get? And he pointed at what he got, and I'm like, okay, I'll have whatever's free. She goes, so, I said, so water? She goes, and the sauce? And I'm like, yeah, all the sauces. I'll take all the sauces. She starts laughing, and I said, no, I'll have the same thing he had. That's fine. And she starts joking around, and next thing you know, she's like, and your total is free. I start laughing, pull watch. She goes, no, honestly, I get to give away one free meal, and you made this fun, so, and my shift's over. So after this, you know, I'm done in 15 minutes. Apparently they're allowed to give away one free meal a shift. At least they were at the time. I was like, and my son's eyes turned bright, just bug-eyed, and like, I was like, holy crap. And, but yeah, I was able to get like a couple, I have 3 phones on the one plan, and because something happened, I missed the payment, because I didn't have the auto pay set up. I missed the payment, And I looked at my bank account, like, crap, I don't quite have it. So I just set up a payment for like 3 more days. And then, of course, that was a holiday weekend as well. The paycheck didn't post till a couple days later. So I missed that payment. So I had 6 total reinstatement fees, $15 each. Wasn't paying that. So I called them. I talked to the guy on this customer service line. And I said, okay, he goes, well, here's what I can do. Here's what I'm able to do for you on my end. I said, okay, before you start, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to go ahead and listen to what you got to say. I also want to make sure you know that I know that you're only allowed to do so much in your position. So I'll listen to what you have to say, and if I'm not happy with that, I'm going to ask for your supervisor. And it has nothing to do with you. Okay? You're being very helpful. You're doing your job. You're doing your job, and you're doing what you can do. So, but if I'm not happy with the solution that you offer, I'm going to ask for a supervisor. He goes, completely understandable. Thank you. He read off his little thing off the computer. I said, nope, that's not going to work for me. He says, okay, no problem. I'll get your supervisor. Hang on. Very friendly, very nice. The whole thing was polite. Got the supervisor. You could tell he was a supervisor. I mean, you could tell. I mean, his just demeanor was completely different. Not mean or anything, but he was just a lot more on the professional side versus the casual, conversational type side. You know what I mean? You know, still super friendly and super nice. But so I said, all right. So I explained it to him once again. So he goes, okay. I'll tell you what I can do. I can take off a total. I can go ahead and take off 4 of them because the only guy told me he could only take off 2. He goes, I'll go ahead and take off 4 of them. That's the best I can do. I said that is perfectly fine. I have no problem paying $30 extra because it was my fault. You know, so 2 reinstatement fees. That's, you know, but they wanted a reinstatement fee for each line. And like, but I understand the 2, you know, because they had a reinstate it after I had made the promise to pay in a couple of days, and they had to reinstate it again. But I think it's ridiculous to have to reinstate a reinstatement fee for all of the lines individually. It's like an overdraft fee every time, like, you know, 3 little things come out because one big fucking thing came out, and they charge you over $32 for each fucking $3 item, $2 to $3 item at the gas station that you bought the other day. Not the big item. Everything afterwards. They will charge you. So all those little things like a Polar Pop or something cost you like $35 because they charge you the overdraft fee on all the little items instead of the overdraft fee on the big item. That's why banks take your money. So yeah, so when I was doing sales, I was able to do all that a lot better. And I told the lady, I'm like, I should have argued on Monday. I probably would have got it. And the lady goes, no, you wouldn't have. I said, oh, believe me, I would have. Trust me. And I almost said, like, with the attitude that you're giving me right now, when I've been nothing but nice this whole time asking, I said, it doesn't hurt to ask. I just try to ask, you know. I just kind of looked at her when she gave me that, no, you wouldn't have. I said, yeah, I would have, but since it's been 3 days, I'm not going to go ahead and argue with you anymore. You know, that's my bad for not trying for it on Tuesday. And again, I would have got it on Tuesday, and she walked away. Oh, she almost made me push for it more. I'm gonna say, look, your attitude. I'm just making conversation here at this point, and you're like, I'm like, no. So anyway, oh, but I did get another, this is bigger, grip strip thing for my, I did remember to get it, so that'll cover the whole thing. And then some, it'll even wrap around the sides, so I don't need it on the outsides, obviously, so I can trim it down to be exact. And then I can just wrap it around the sides there. So my feet don't slip anymore. Hopefully not. I only need the block to really kind of raise my feet up today when I'm doing my concentration curls. So I'll make sure that's on before tomorrow when we do the donkey calf raises. So, but yeah, that being said, that's all I needed to say today. I didn't need to say that because nobody's listening anyway. There's nobody here. Anybody. Somebody's on Twitch. Somebody was on Twitch. I don't know. But yeah, so I already did this. I don't know why I'm messing with it. Today is abs, back, and biceps. Part 2. It's like it's a movie, kind of. Part 2. So the warm-up is going to be turbo jam. We're not doing turbo jam this series. We're doing hip hop abs. Hip hop abs, ab sculpt with the goofy dude in the back. Goofy shirtless dude in the back. Just tell me he's goofy. I don't have a nice smile. Even his goofy smile is nicer than my smile. Anyway, dude's in 10 times better shape than I am. And considering that thing probably made like 15 plus you. I wonder if, I think it does work. Okay, Google. No. Okay, Google. No, didn't work. I thought it was going to work. Let's see. I did it in 2014, so that's at least 8 years there. I know they're way older than that because that's about when Insanity came out too. Yeah, they're at least 10, 12 years old. So that dude's probably about my age. Probably still looks better than me. So I'm just making fun because he just looks good in the back. 2 girls on the left side. I'm reaching my water. 2 girls on the left side though. But the one, he used this as an example, you know, because she's like right there next to him. Yeah, there's that Tanya girl. I think she's Vietnamese or something. I'm not exactly sure. I think that's what they said. Where she was from. I don't know. She does all the modified versions. She's on his left side, so be the right side of the screen. She's also in Insanity, and she doesn't do the modified versions of Insanity. There's a blonde girl in the back right-hand corner. She looks just as goofy doing it as Shirtless Wonder does. Then you got Frosted Tip Guy, who every time the camera gets on him, you can tell he starts going harder. He's like, he's doing this, and then the camera pops up, and all of a sudden he's like, it's hilarious. You notice all the stupid things. 2 girls on the left side, though, the one that uses an example, she's like form queen, but she has this perfect smile. All teeth are showing, and it doesn't go away the entire time. It's like, it's kind of creepy how she can hold that smile the entire half an hour or so, 20 plus minutes of this thing. And the girl behind her, she's Latina. She's the only one on here that looks like completely natural, doing all these different moves and all the extra stuff that, you know, she'll do in between, where she starts just doing this and just waiting for them to start the next one. Only one that looks completely natural and feels comfortable doing the entire thing. Everybody else looks like they're like concentrating on the choreography and anyway, I'm making fun of stupid shit. I look dumb doing these anyway, so I'm making fun of other people even though I look dumb. But yeah, so hip hop abs, ab sculpt. So it kind of leads. It's a little more involved on the abs versus the other ones that are not as focused on the abs, even though he tells you constantly to tighten and tone or something like that. Tilt, tuck, and tighten, I think is what his thing is. So when you tilt, you always make sure you're tucked, keep it tight, when you're doing things where he's constantly lifting his shirt, going, see that, and you can see all his abs working. So, so they're all focused on the abs. You know, you can feel it in most of the videos that you follow along with, but this one's more obviously straight focused on the ab versus the cardio aspect of it. Because so even if you go do these videos, you want to like only one targeted video, one ab targeted video out of all of them, it's because you're not going to get your abs to be seen unless you get rid of the fat that's covering the abs, and that takes cardio work. Fat's not going to go away unless you burn calories. You can't target your ab fat, your stomach fat, just by doing crunches and leg lifts and twists and all the stuff that target the ab muscles. You're not going to target the fat, you're targeting the muscles. So you can do all the work you want, but unless you cut the calories and burn the calories, you're not going to lose the fat. Just look at power lifters. Power lifters are fat. They're not huge, but they're fat, and they don't give a shit they're fat because they can fucking crush you with their fingertips. Power lifters, these strongman contests. Strongman contest, I mean, you look at Arnold would get his ass beat in any type of lifting contest by a power lifter. Even though Arnold was huge. He's like the epitome of the Adonis body. But most of these power lifters, even half his size, would probably, even in his prime, would have outlifted him. Because they are constantly building. They're not cutting, they're just building. That's all they do is build. Because their goal is strength and power, not aesthetics. Arnold's goal was aesthetics. Which is my goal. My goal is aesthetics, not huge. I've been skinny my whole life. Well, skinny with some flab on me, and I got older, and all of a sudden the flab turned into fat. So, but I've never been like big. I've been in shape enough where I can be like, oh cool, I can see some definition. Look, I got a little bulge there, you know. And it's kind of cool to feel, but I've never had that truly defined body that I've always wanted to have. So we're gonna fucking go for it now, and see if it works. See if I can stick to it too. So I'm going for more. Obviously, I want more strength. I want more power. I want more endurance. I want to feel better. I want to, I want to look better. So obviously, come to the territory that you're working out, you're going to gain more strength anyway. Regardless of what you're doing, you're going to gain more strength. There it is. So yeah, that's that. Now that it's 10 o'clock. And I still got to go out and lay it down the fucking mulch before I go to work. Obviously, I'll lay down the mulch before I take my shower. So I'm going to get an additional cardio after this. Man, I can skip the cardio. No, it doesn't. So yeah, so hip-hop abs, ab sculpt, followed by planks, side planks, and mason twists. And then we move on to the back. Today's is the behind the neck lat pull down, the seated row, and the supported row, or the bent over row. And then incline bicep curls. What is that note? Wrist weights for the two. Oh, okay. Just reminding me that if I have to go up to 2.5 pounds to use the wrist weights, not to use the barbell or the dumbbells, the plate dumbbells, because the bar gets stuck in my pocket or on my shirt and I'm bringing them up. So yeah, incline bicep curls, concentration curls, preacher curls, and reverse curls. That was today's workout. Hopefully we'll have it done by 11:30. my thing turned off while waiting, so whatever. I got 2 pairs of glasses down. I keep these ones down here so I don't forget them. Alright, time for some goofiness.
Come. I'm here with hip hop as are y'all ready to go? Come on, y'all, let's rock it. I'm here to make your ass.
I'm here to make your ass scream and shout
all day long. Yo, what's going on? My name is Sean T. Welcome to Hip Hop Abs Go 1. This is the video that's going to give you the foundation for the greatest abs that you ever had, alright? So we're going to work it out and groove today all in your core. You know what? Step side to side right here. Now listen up. This workout has no sit-ups or crunches, okay? So all you got to do is worry about standing up and being strong, okay? Here, give me a little clap here. Now listen, got my girl Tanya right here to my left. She's always going to do some exercises just in case it's a little more challenging. Follow her. Ready? March it out right here. Push. Now, even when you march, after you march, I want you to keep the core tight and move it out and work it through. But first, pump the arms out here. Pump in. Tighten up and groove. You got it? You got to feel it. Work. Just start to feel it. Lift the hips up and hit step side to side. Right here. Go. Now, keep it tight. Even though you're doing this, okay? 4 more. 4 and 3. Come back and pump through. Pump it out. Feel the hip squeeze. Look, I'm lifting, I'm tucking, and I'm tight. Here we go. Try it again. Here we go. Body clap right here. Go here. Okay? Tight. Ready? Now pump center. Go. Work. You got it. Yeah. Step side to side. Hey. Come on. You're in. You're good. Pump it through. So I can feel it work. Feel it. Go. Hit. Move it up right here. Clap it up high. Let's go. Push up. You hear that? Way to go, y'all. Come on. Even when you move, you still gotta lift the hips up. And exhale, tight. Go. Push. Do it again. Come on. Up. Let's go. You ready? Step side to side. Right here. Come on. Groove out. Groove out. Pump. Move it up. Go. Work. Clap. Good. Slide it out again. Go. Groove. Come on. Feel it work. Go. Push it up. You got it. Left it high. You know what? Slide it out to 2. Here's 2. Come to me right here. Work. Slide it to the right. Again. Go here. And pump away. Hey. Do it again. Come on. Now you're trying to do the work. Pump to me. Now when you do it, step side to side. Move out. Yeah. Pump back. Now, march wide right here. March. Now, that's the basics here. Okay, so you're in. You're good. Just work it out. Hey. I know I'm a little crazy, but just stay with me sometimes. Because I don't know what I'm doing sometimes. I just feel the music and go. You got to feel me. Plant the feet right here. Ready? Take your arms to the left. Look. Groove. Now, this is called the roll in. Because eventually you're going to bring my knee up. Bring my elbows in like this. So I can tighten it. Feel it. Now squeeze. You got to lift your hip a little higher if you don't feel it. Okay? And if you don't feel it even that way, you got to bring the shoulders down. Now, add your heel right here. Look, add your heel. In. So remember what I told you in the secrets of fat ass when you hit tilt, tuck, under, tighten your core. It's all working here. You're there. You're in. You're good. Do you feel me? Because I'm cute or just because you feel me? Alright, so here we go, right? Start to lift the knee. Just make it a little more sincere. So lift the knee up, okay? Now, first just start getting used to the knee coming up. Unless you know already, then you can lift the hips as they come up. The same thing we just did. Are you with me? Come on, y'all. Let's go. Push. Now you can stay with Tanya here, because she's going to modify it for you, or come with me. I'm going to take it up a little high. Look, even when I go high, lift the hips up. Push it up. Come on. Push. Are y'all feeling those chords? Work. Now, come on. Don't be afraid if you're on the ground and still try to feel your stomach, okay? 4 and 3 right here. March wide right here. Oh, yeah. Good. Now that was called the roll in. You roll in because you know what? You roll. You will get rolls. And I'm talking about some ab rolls, okay? Ab and hard rolls. Now, here we go. Push it down. Keep together. Here we go. And 4 and 3. Look. Start to bounce this slow. Look how I work this. This is bounce. And I'm here. I'm going to do is I'm going to start to lift my knee a little bit off the shore. Boom. A little bit off the floor. And I'm just lifting my hips. Here. Tighten and push. You got to see it all work here. Make it work. Come on. Go for it. Now I'm going to stay here. Bring your knee up. Just a little higher. Now, if you see what I'm doing, I'm turning to the side. And I'm tightening my hips under. Feel it? Just start to exhale. And breathe through it. Tighten it. Go for it. You got it. Come on. Push it in. Feel it. You can feel your stomach. It's okay. Now I want you to drop your arms a little bit. Now here we go. We're going to add arms. Push in. Now push. And the same thing I just described to you with the core work, I want you to do it here, okay? And lift. Now just do that. Come on, let's work it out. Now you can throw your hair if you got some hair. And you can throw it back, but don't fall. But you won't fall because you're gaining a strong core. Ready? Let's go. Just a little faster here. Now push. Now see, we're going a little faster now, but I still want you to lift the hips and tighten up. And still exhale as the knee comes up. Listen to me. Breathe till it's tucked tight. Feel it in the core. Ready? Here we go. Now bring the arms up high. Bring it together. Up high. Breathe through. Work through. Push it up. You got it. Come on. Now everything is working. You lifted the hips until the abs. And guess what? Most of all, you're having a good time. Are you good? Do you feel it? Come on. 4, and 3. Now, move it up and back right here. Move up. Move. Come back. Now we're going. Up high. Go. Now listen. You still gotta put everything. Move it up right here. You still gotta put everything in it. Push back. Come up high here. Come on. Tighten up. Ready? Here we go. Push it up. Take it up high right here. Push. Go back. Come on. Take it up high here. Work. And do it again. And push. Take it up high here. Work. Go back. Come on. In. Take it up high. You know what? Let's do it again. Come on. Push. Work. Now put it all together and dig through and work it out. Yeah? Oh. Now it's like this. Move up. This is how you feel it. This is how you work. This is how you're going to get that burn tomorrow. Back. Go. Go. Here we go. Bounce in and move. Come on. Bounce. Work. Now I'm really in it. Now you're really in it, okay? Now you really got to see it. In it, I'm still working. Push. You still got to contract that core. Push. Go. Come on. 4 more. 4. Ready? Here we go. Ready? Push it up. Go. Pull. Take it up high here. Work. Go back down low. In. Take it up high here. Now you feel it. Do you feel it, y'all? Work. Up high. Yes. Just move. Now you're dancing. Come on. Now you got everything. Go. Come on. Push. Take it up high. Look. I'm in. Go up. Push. Take it up high. Look. I'm squeezing. Do it again. Push. You want to play the go? Push. Come back right here. Dig. Right here. Here we go. Take it bouncing. Push. How you feeling? You got it? Now, keep it here. Tighten. Don't stop. Keep breathing. Open up the teeth right here. Come on. Push. Now, we're about to work really good. Hands on your hips. We're going to work these obliques and hip flexors. Ready? I'll just make right and left feet up. So up. So now what I'm doing, a lot of times you start to work your abs, and what really starts to give you a weakness is your hip flexors. It's that part right here that creates that little beat that some of us have, but we're going to work through that because we're going to use our core. Add your arms in. Push. Now, as your arms come in, even though you're lifting your knee and your hip flexors are working, it's really important for you to what? Start tucking and tightening all the way through it, okay? So here we go. Now we're going to start to break it to get a little better intense here. 2 and 2. So you got 2 right, other side. You got 2. And push now. Dig. And once you start to feel it, you can fuck it out. You can hit it, push. You can do it hard, or you can just come through. You can do it, okay? You can go simple, or you can make it work. Give me 4. 4 and 3 and 2. Other side right here. Let's go. 4 and 3 and 2. One more time like that. Each side. 4 and work. Go. Other side. Come on. 4 and 3. Look. Give me 8. Each side. 8 right. 8 6. Yes. I'm moving. I'm still tightening up. Come on. You got it. You're good. Where you go? Come on. Other side. Now look. In. So I'm coming up. Everything's lifting. Push through. Work. Go. Give me 4 each side. side again. Do you feel me? Do you want me? Oops. Give me 2 and 2. Right here. You come on me if you want to. Other side. Come on. 2 and 2. Let's get out. Come on. 2 and 2 and 2. Now if you want to, you can hit it like this. You can hit it. Boom. If you know it. If not, here. See, I got 2 sides of this. Boom. And boom. Then I got boom. Give me single, y'all. Hit. And work. Now just tighten it up. Squeeze. Push. Standing abs, y'all. This is the best thing you've ever had in your life. You're gonna have the most amazing six-pack. Do it every day. Come on. Keep moving. And push. And watch it right inlet. Right here. Oh yeah. You got that absolute engagement thing going on. So you know what? We just need to continue and graduate if you want to, but just have the gloves like me. And if you don't want weight, we got time right here. You don't need weight, you can still get that absolute engagement. But come with me if you're ready. Here we go. Now, I need you to plant your feet nice and wide. Now, what we need to do here, every time you do this, you got to really start to feel the core work. See, just exhale and tighten through. Exhale again, tighten through. Come on. Absolute engagement right here, fully in effect. Now here we go. Lift the weight up. We're going to start to twist. Take your right arm, pull it over. Look. Pull and center. You got it. Pull and center, okay? Tilt the shoulders over here and tilt. Now start to tuck the hips under. Tuck it under and push. And tuck it under and push. The core is just working. You're working. Y'all hit. Now add the heel, y'all. Look. Add your heel. Makes a little more funky. Hips up. Are y'all making it funky? Push. Are you doing it? Come on. Go. In and back now. In. Pull and exhale. Feel it work. Feel it work. Ready? Let's go simple with this. Let's rock it out. Rock it out. I said rock it out. Push it out. Now listen. Tell me you feel it. Feel it. Say feel it, dog. Feel it. Every time you say feel it, you know you're contracting. And you're hitting it. And you're going for it. Absolute engagement. Go for it. And 3. Come on. Now, give me 2 and 2 right here. Come on. You got 2 and 2 other side. 2 and now feel it work. I said go, dog. Go, dog. Hit it, y'all. Come on. Do it again. Get in it. Remember that heel coming up? Hip is coming under. I said burn and have, you know what? Make a little more. Give me 4 right here. Go 4 in, 3 in, 2 in. Other side. Come on. 4 in, 3 in, 2 in. Do it again. Now you can hit it like this. Oh, you can rock it out. Hey. Ready? Look, give me 2 and 2. Go 2. Other side, come on. 2. Do it again. You got it? Come on. Tilt, tuck, tighten, and breathe. Push it through. Sean T is here to help you out, y'all. Other side. Push. Now listen here. Come on. Push. Other side. Now we're going to go back to singing. Really get it. Look. Push it in. Work you through. Come on. Find the groove. You can groove. Push. And work. Come on. You got it. Dig out. Last 8 and 7 and 6. Do you feel it? Come on. You got to tighten up. Come on. And go right here. Look. Take a little rest. Yeah. How y'all doing? Oh, yeah. Look, I'm coming back here with you today, crazy. I need to get with you, and we need to work it out. Now, take it good. Feel good. Remember that engagement? Now take the weight, lift it overhead. Come on, here we go. Go to your right and hold. Hold. Other side, right here. Hold. And do it again. Okay, hold. You gotta squeeze the core. Push. 4 more. Come on. 4. Other side. And 3. And now, come on. Push. Now we're going to tuck the hips under. Give me 2 each side. Look. 2. Other side. Now we're going to show you how this is working here. Really in effect. Push. Push. Come on. In. And big. Come on. You got it. Push. Your hips are lifted. Shoulders over. Working out oblique. Nice and strong. Core all the way around. Ready? You got it. Now here we go. Back to singles. And push. Come on. Push. And tighten it. Come on. Push. You can always put your hand there. Make sure you're working. exhale, come on. Go 8 and 7, come on, and 6. Now you got 4 more of these, and then we're going to do a big circle where you tuck and chill all the way through. Ready? Circle out, let's go. Circle down, come up right here. Circle down and do it again. Ah, work. Yeah, I gotta throw in my hair. Ah, work. But in this case, I'm throwing my sweat because I'm working hard. Push in. Standing abs is the only way, y'all. It's the only way. Here we go. Ready? Pump through, right here. Press and press. Now, come on, work. Come on, Tori. How you feeling? Push in. I got it here. She's in. She's working. Let's feel these here. Boom, yes, work, get it all good. They're working, you got it. Come on, 4 and 3, you got it. Now bring it down slow, really slow. Move, keep it tight. Yeah, okay. Now this is time. You grab a drink of water, but I still want you to keep it tight. Next time, all the way until we're finished, you gotta do it tight. You're doing a great job. Push it in, okay? Now remember to get busy. You know how to get busy. Bring your arms in, arms here, squeeze it tight. Right arm goes back. I said back and back. Now forward and up. Big squeeze right here. I say, yeah. Right, left. Come on. Now groove. Now this time I'm just gonna show you look. Big squeeze, y'all. Boom. I don't think it's pain. I think it feels good when I know I'm working my ass, y'all. Push and in. Big squeeze, ready? Other side. Good. Do it slow. One more time. Come on, push and push. Come down. Hit. Big squeeze, y'all. Now we can funk it out. Ready? Go tempo. Work it out. Come on, y'all. Work. Give the squeeze. Right, left. Again. Come on, dig. Big squeeze, y'all. Woo! Come on. Now, when I say absolute engagement, this is exactly what I'm talking about. And do it again. I say, yeah. And what? Hey. You know what? You can keep on going. Work. Now you got it. Now you can dig in. I say dig in because I got to dig, and squeeze, and oblique work. Go. Push. Come on. Hit one last big one, y'all. Come on. Tight and absolute engagement. And march it out. Come on. All right, now you can go grab your mat, get some more ab work. All right, let's continue with some fun ab moves. You know what? We are down, but my energy is still up high, up there. Now look, remember the secret that flat abs, you went into our kick. Let's go there. Grab the ankles and roll back. Pull the arms in. Tuck the hips under, twist it out, front and back. Look, front and back with the twist. Lift the hips up high, y'all. Come on, get through and work it out. You got it? Are you with me, y'all? Come on, go. And push. Give me 4 more. You got it, 4 and 3. You know what? Let's pulse in front. Come on, pulse in. I'm just pulsing through. I'm digging through. I'm working for you. But you know what? You gotta work yourself too, because I'm not there to feel those abs to make sure they're working. But come on, you gotta lift it. You're doing good. You're working through 4 more. That's it. 4 and 3 and 2. How about we go to the other side? You ready? Let's go. Push in and work, y'all. Come on, y'all. Lift it. Come on, lift. Feel that burn. That burn is so amazing. I always say, once the burn is complete, don't let it go away. One, because you know everything is working. Go forward and 3. You know what? We need a little rest. From center and lift it up. Oh, yeah. You know what? I'm always dancing. So you know what? You do this video more and more. I just want you to dance with me and throw it back like this. Now look, I'm going to go over here to Miss Janie. And Janie's going to help us out. We're going to start this later. You're going to bring the arms up. And when you need them big, the arms will go down. Okay? In and down. Good. In and down. Her back is nice and still. Just that knee is moving up, and she's lifting up the hips in there. Come on. You got it. Do you feel it, baby? Oh, yeah. She's working, and she's cute, too. You got it. Come on. Push. You know what? How about we go to the other side here? Come on. Push. Now, feel it working. Lift the hips. Good. Are you breathing, Jane? Exhaling every time that knee comes in. Push it out. You got it. Go 4 more and work it out. 3 more and work it out. We got 2 more. Rest it out right here. Just rest. Yeah. And groove. Come on. And push now. We got one more thing. It's called the bow and arrow. It's amazing to me. It is absolutely amazing because it works my ass. That's how I got my six pack. You ready? Come on. Take it back into the C-sit. Ready? Bring it up right here. Look. Pull. In and back. And exhale. Now as that knee comes in, you want to pull the hip up and work through. And pull. Come on. 4 more. Go 4. You got it. Lift it up. Are you good? Come on. Dig. And back. Come on. You know what? Rest it out right here. Come on. Rest. Burn.
Too many
How
rests.
you guys doing? Come on. Burn. Push. Look.
Nothing I don't do that so much.
Side. And then when we're going to stretch, it's going to be good. But let's get this last burn in here. You know why? Because I want you to be stronger and stronger every single day. That's how I do. Here we go. Ready? Let's go. Pull it in. In and back, y'all. In and back. Come on. Pull it in and back. Guess what? You only got 4 more. Burn it out. Come on. Feel good. You got it. Work it out, y'all. Come on. Dig. Now 1 more. Ah. Release it up. Woo. That feels so good to me. You know what? How about we straighten out those legs? Let's start to stretch the hamstring. And you're going to stretch your lower back. Because, you know what? As you worked before, your whole back is engaged. This is called absolute engage. Get into that one. Take a deep breath in. Exhale down. Touch your toes if you can. Now tie your thumb out of breathe. Amazing.
Okay. Again, it is a decent workout. You're not going to get hip hop abs by just doing hip hop abs in a few weeks, by the way. Oh, it depends on how much body fat you have on you. But that's not, you can work that as hard as you want. It's not really going to give you super defined abs. It will, the whole routine itself, if you follow the program, you will lose weight and your abs will start to show better. But you're not going to get, you know, all that stuff just by doing that. You actually got to put some effort into the ab work. Even if you're not using weight, you got to put a little more effort into the ab work itself, because you still got to, even if you're just using your body weight, you still got to get enough reps and or sets in there to build those. Just doing this a couple times a week isn't really going to build them. Even if you do it as tight as possible, it's not going to build and define all the individual abs well enough. So a lot of these, I'm not trying to shit on any of these workouts because I do them and I constantly say they work, and they do work, but you have to remember, a lot of these workouts are designed with people in mind that are just trying to get that extra fat off their body and show what they have underneath. It's pretty much what P90X is. Most of those people don't get bigger doing P90X. They get more defined and ripped. That's why I like ab ripper X. You know, everything has an X on it to make it sound cooler. But P90X is Power 90 Extreme, because they had a video called Power 90, which also I think they had a Power 60 and a Power 30. So yeah, you're not going to get huge off of P90X. You can probably get bigger if you modify it enough, but it's designed to get you ripped and in better athletic shape. So to be more athletic, and more of an athlete, versus being, you know, aesthetically pleasing. Because if you want to look at the people in those videos, the infomercials, not a lot of them are athletic. Girls are, you know, but the guys, they're ripped, but none of them got like any more definition, you know, in their chest and back and stuff. You know, you can see it better, but none of them got any bigger from doing it. You know, they're like, oh, I have like 15% body fat, and then they're 90 days they have 12% body fat. They have 12% body fat, and they go down to 8. You know, That's what they're designed for. They work for anybody who does them. You just have to make them work for you. You just have to make it work. But just a heads up, if you are going to do any workout routine, you're not going to get the same results as somebody who is already in better shape than you. All right. You might lose more weight than the other person because you have more to lose, and you're bigger, you lose more weight quicker than people who are skinnier. So, like me, I'm roughly losing like half pound. Depends on the week, half pound, 1 pound, 2 pounds, 3 pounds a week, while somebody who's 500, 600 pounds is going to lose anywhere from 10 to 25 pounds a week, at least to start with. So, it might be a little more on the extreme side of 25, but somewhere between 5 and 10 pounds on average a week. So they're going to drop a lot of weight real quick until they get to a certain point, and it's going to settle off. You know what I mean? So yeah, but they do work. You just have to understand that it might not do exactly what you think they're going to do, based off of how you do it and where you are when you start doing it, and how much effort you put into it, because sometimes you can't put as much effort into it as they are on the screen. Sometimes you put more effort into it than they do on the screen. So just make it work. These I basically use for a little bit of cardio in addition to my workouts, and for a warm-up to get my body all loosened up and ready to go. And they're fun, so as opposed to just running in place for 10 minutes. It works. So let's get some music on and get this bullshit started so I can get this bullshit done. And just for future, nobody's on here, so it doesn't really matter, but just for future reference, like, when I'm down here doing this, I'm not going to join somebody else's live. Not that I wouldn't join your live, but I'm not exactly sure what the point of joining somebody else's live is when I'm doing a routine. I know in the beginning I was just talking, but either these didn't print straight. Well, this clip is off. I don't know if you can see that. It's crooked. Clipboard's straight. I think the clip isn't straight. That's the problem. It kind of annoys me. Anyway. I understand joining people's lives, when you're bullshit and talking, or if we had something set up where, hey, we're going to do this workout together. I have all the equipment, you have all the equipment. Let's go ahead and do this routine together. But I'm on a certain routine that I'm doing. If you want to join me and do it, that's fine. But you got to give me a heads up. You want to join my live? I'm not gonna just be like, hey, cool, let's whatever. Because yeah. Now, if I was sitting on my couch at 9:30 in the evening, bullshitting, and someone wanted to join my live, then yeah, sure. I'll join your live, or you can join my live. That's fine. But this is a little bit different. So, but yeah, if you are interested in joining my live, or you want me to join your live when I'm live, because you want to do my routine with me, fine. That's fine, I'll do it, but you got to give me a heads up. And we got to set it up. So, I know you're not even here, I know nobody's in here. Maybe there's somebody on Twitch, nobody on Instagram, nobody on TikTok, which is where that was happening. But if you're watching this on YouTube, and you want to join my live, or you want me to join your live so you can do my routine, that's fine. Just give me a heads up. Send me a direct message on any one of these platforms. Put a comment in my on my workout video. Put a comment on my fitness journey playlist videos, my progress pictures on Instagram, whatever. But give me a heads up. We'll set it up and then we can do it together. That's perfect. I am more than happy, more than down with that. I am 100% down with that. So, yeah. You want to do it? Let's do it. It's fine, but you got to give me a heads up. I'm not going to just jump into your live or from my live. Let you into my live, not knowing why you're coming into my live. Especially if you can't even give me how do I get a live? There's nobody here. It says there's nobody here. I'm just wondering why would you invite me into your live without even leaving a comment to say, hey, I want to jump in on your live. I don't think that's the guy who said arm day. Hold on, I had to pull this in. My ugly bug in your face. No, that's not even the same guy. I hate when I move my camera. It messes up my aesthetics for my highlight reel, because then halfway through the day's workout, you know, it slightly moves the camera. But then again, it moves the camera anyway for the next day anyway. So whatever. All right, that's enough procrastinating. So, but yeah, by all means, if you want to do my workout with me, give me a heads up. Let me know. Let me know a day ahead of time. Or at least leave a comment before you invite me into your live, or ask you to join my live. Better option of doing that. I'm not gonna just jump into your live. I'm not gonna just let you jump into my live, not knowing exactly why you're coming in here. All right, so I also have to reiterate the ab work is not set up the exact same way as the rest of the routine. The rest of the routine for this series up until July 10th, well, July 3rd technically, because the 4th to the 10th is going to be a recovery week. So every other muscle group exercise is 2 sets of 15. The ab work that requires reps, which is crunches, reverse crunches, oblique crunches on Tuesday, and then the Mason twist today, is going to be 2 sets of 30 with very little to no weights, just like the beginning, but we're doing 2 sets. We're going to keep it 30 reps, and we're going to increase sets each time we increase sets. So when we go to 3 at 10, it'll be 3 at 30. The planks and side planks, right now they are currently planks for 1 minute, side planks are 45 each side, and we're doing 2 sets of each of those, and then we'll increase time and weights as needed as well. So that's how I'm doing it to get trim, tight, tone abs, defined abs, versus big, bulky abs. If you want the big, bulky abs, do it just like every other muscle group. Do 2 at 15, do a 3 at 10, and add more weight. Okay? So you're not you're going 15, I didn't feel anything because it's only 15 reps. Grab a dumbbell, put it here, and do your next set of 15. And just keep adding weight as needed. And then you'll get the big bulky abs that you want. I don't want big bulky abs, I want trim, tight, toned, defined abs. So, yeah. So, first up, regular planks. I do them on my elbows, not my arms, because it doesn't make a fucking difference. I'm not working my arms, I'm working my abs. Okay? I just did my shoulders yesterday, and I put them, I would say I put them through hell yesterday. Not really, but close enough for me. And triceps. I did my shoulders and triceps, chest, shoulders, and triceps yesterday. I am not going to sit there in a full plank position today. So I'll be here on my elbows, and there's nothing wrong with that. It doesn't make it less of a plank, it's still a fucking plank. Because again, the purpose of the plank is to work your abs and your core, not your arms. Alright, so we're going to start this in 15 seconds. Put that right there so I can see it better. I need to get a little egg timer. I think I have one somewhere. Alright, 1 minute. We're also doing these in superset form. So it'll be plank, side plank, base twist, plank, side plank. Yeah. Just the ab stuff. Buy like 2 like digital those digital timers. They're like 2 for $5. You get 1 set for 45 seconds, 1 set for a minute. Instead of having one I got to toggle through. This is 45 seconds by the way on this one. I was going to order some off of Amazon. I'm like, well, I really don't need it. I got the clock. It's just a waste of money. It'd be nicer to have a timer. Just so I got to stare at the clock. Just hit the button, wait for it to go off. Oh! It sounds like cereal. Not really, a little bit. Alright. Obviously this is also 45 seconds. Yeah, I thought about it and I was like, oh wait, that'll also work for when I do my interval training with the 3 to 10 and the 5 to 6 sets. In between sets, instead of sitting there doing nothing, doing like running plays, 2 jumping jacks, things like that. Then again, I can just watch the clock too. But a lot of times, I zone out. And I forget to watch the clock. And I don't remember when I started. I'll look at it and be like, alright, I started at 60 seconds. And I'm like, but did I start at 60 seconds or did I start at 6? I'm like, shit. Yeah. So, finishing my set, writing down my information, hitting the start button on a 30 to 45 second timer, and then just running in place for a little bit until it goes off, and then hit my next step. I think that makes more sense than having to, considering that you can get 2 of them for like $6. I think it makes sense. Anyway, Mason twist. This is a rep count, not a timed one. We're doing 30. Each side counts as a half a rep. So this is 1, this is 2, 3, and so on, obviously, and so on. All right. And again, if you're gonna add weight to this, I'd recommend putting ankle weights on, and grabbing a dumbbell, and then just keeping your feet up like that. That way, you have a little more. You gotta support your legs higher up with your hip flexors more. Just a little more weight on there, and then you gotta control yourself a little bit more with the weight here as well. So that's what I'll be doing eventually if I get to the point where I'm going to add weights, which I'm sure I will. Anyway, all right, we start left. Second set, I'll probably start on the right side. Alright. So yeah, the ab work, all the ab work from here on out will be superset style. So Tuesdays we'll go crunches, reverse crunches, oblique crunches, crunches, reverse crunches, oblique crunches. And today obviously plank side, plank mason twist, plank side, plank mason twist. Technically it's designed to be less rest time, but I keep resting longer than I should. So no weight, 1 minute plank, no weight, 45-second plank, no weight, 30 rep mason twist, and we'll move on 15 seconds before we start the next one. Just gotta make sure it's on the right spot or I forget where I am. I don't know why the second one I shake less. I think you would shake more on the second one than the first one. Although I think I spoke too soon. Part of me wants to add extra time to that for next week. I think I will. I think I'll make the first set 1:15 and just keep the second set for 1 minute. And then the week after, I'll add the extra 15 seconds on the second one. Little notes there. I would like my plank set to be 2 minutes and my oblique planks to be 1.5 minutes per set, and then I'll start adding weight to them. Alright. Oh, that's going to be very, very long when I hit 10. myself and talking out loud. I guess that makes sense. Each set of planks is about 2 minutes. It's going to take about 2 minutes to do one of these sets. But the heavier I get, so when I was thinking that doing that 10 of 3 set, the 10 of 3 routine, I'm like, that's 20 minutes just in regular planks. Then again, it's going to be like 20 minutes total with squats too. Most likely, those sets of 3 are still going to take a while to do. Just because there's only 3 of them, they're going to be heavy weights, so still going to take quite a bit. Not obviously that long, but the rest times in between, it makes, yeah, about right. Instead of 3, you need about 2 to 3 minutes worth of rest time between sets. So doing a set of squats, three squats with heavy weight, and doing 2-minute planks, that works. Yeah. That's when I move into the superset phase, the 6 of 5 to the... This is louder than the rest of the shit. It's not supposed to be louder. I set it up that way. Anyway. I'm going to do the same thing with these. I don't understand why this is louder. I have the whole thing set up so that the volume doesn't increase on different songs. It's normalized. It makes me angry that it's going up. Also makes me angry when they're less. But anyway, see, I'm going to do the same thing on these side planks. I'm going to go 60 seconds on the first set, 45 seconds on the second set. Did I do both sides? I did both sides, right? I know somebody's there. Did I do both sides? I did both sides, right? Yes? No? I did both sides. Or else I wouldn't have been thinking about doing the 60 seconds thing, so. You watch me, not answer me when I ask you a question. Person in there. Alright, Mason twist. Jesus, I don't know why that was coming on left. See, even though I turned it down, this one still sounds less loud than the other one. Anyway, second Mason twist. And I'm going to start the right side this time. Just because. Alright, so 30 reps. I'm going to add a 3-pound dumbbell to that for the first set. That goes okay. I'm sure it will. I'll add ankle weights as well. second set. Like I said, the ab work is different than the rest of the body. At least for my program, my routine. Again, if you're going for big, bulky bodybuilder abs, just follow the same routine as the rest of the muscle groups, and do 2 of 15 and just add more weight as needed, just like everything else. Alright, so abs are done. Cool. Alright, so onto the back. Got behind the neck lat pull downs. We did 50 for the first set, 55 in the second set. We're going to 60 this time. So, 60 is 30 pounds per side. Walking all the way over there. Grabbing the pretty one. You don't gotta be pretty, it's gotta work. That's 50. 55. That's 60. I gotta walk over there anyway. That's what I said, right? 60 and 60. 50, 55, 60, yeah. Alright. 25, 30, 25, 50, 55, 60. Or 25, 30. This one you face outward. And again, you want to sit up straight. You don't want to be leaning forward. You want to tilt your head down a little bit so you don't hit the back of your head. But don't lean forward because you're going to throw your arms out of your sockets and shit. So it's not a good exercise to do if you have bad shoulders. You don't want to be here. You don't want to be here. You want to be up straight. You want to pull straight down. You want your head forward so you don't hit it. That's it. Just your head. You want to come to the same spot every time. This is not a rep. See, this one's quieter. Piss me off. This one, I just don't think that the normalization feature knows what to do. I think it's just going through so much fucking different shit in the song that it's trying to process, and you can hear it. You can hear it trying to keep the volume the same. Anyway, 60 pounds. 15 reps. We're going to go to 65 for the second set. Which just so happens, I think, to be the starting weight for the next exercise, which is also on this machine. That was right? 25, 50. 55, 6 up. For some reason I thought I had to go up at 10. I'm dumb. See, that's why it pays. Make sure you double check these. Alright, 25, 50, 55, 60, 65. 60, 62, 50, and 60. Again, back straight, head forward. That's all. Oh. 5 counts makes a big difference. So about 4 or 5 in there, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna be able to take this up to 70 for next week. Got to like 10, 12, I'm like, probably not. Probably could, like, again, that's one of the awkward exercises. Your hands or arms in a weird position. So 65, 15 reps. We'll keep that at 65 for the first set next week and see how that goes. Alright, so seated rows. We did 50 pounds first set, 55. I got double plus on there. That means we're going to 65. So instead of going to 60, plus would be 60. And then 65 for the second plus. So, I already got 65 on there. We're good to go. Yeah. I gotta bring the vacuum down here. Which is weird because I don't know where all this shit's coming from. I understand the little carpet fuzzies from me moving around a lot. Another weird shit down here. Then again, I do come up and down here from upstairs and outside and other shit, and in the laundry room. Yeah, I think I made the vacuum down. Got one back there, but it's sticky vacuum. Old vacuum that I used when I had a dog. And it still has that dog dander shit in it. Alright. Okay, so first set, 65 pounds, 15 reps. I'm going to go up to 70 for the next set. And now, I can take off the 5 and a 2.5 and throw on the 10s. 70 pounds. I don't have my shoelaces in my hand. Again, you want to keep your back straight when you start your pull. You don't want to be here and pull from your lower back. You're going to fuck yourself up that way. Alright, second set, 70 pounds, 15 reps. I'm going to take that to 75 next week. Alright, get these weights cleaned up and we're ready to do supported rows. Okay. Again, supported rows or bent over rows. You can do these on a bench. You can do these with a wench. You can even do them with a wrench. Get a heavy enough wrench. Alright, so we did, you can also do these like bent over. Like that. Either way works. 15 pounds on the first set. Obviously these are single weight dumbbells. 17 on the second set. Last week we're going to 20 this time. So just need one weight. That's a ritual right there. Stepping over the bench instead of going around the right side. Alright, again, you don't want to start here or you're making it a shoulder tricep exercise. You don't want to start down, way down here, because then you're pulling with your obliques and your lower back. You want to start just right where you'd be normal, and then just group your arms a tad bit so you can start with your lats. Obliques, lats, shoulders, and triceps. If you're going to hit all of them anyway, but you got to make sure the focus stays where you want it to be. That's about right. A couple weeks ago, I was stretching my arms really far down, and everything I felt was down here. Didn't feel anything here. A little bit here, obviously, because I'm bending my arms. Thought that felt weird. All right, other side. So again, this would be my flat back. Drop your arms a tab in. That is too far. Here, there. Alright, so set 1, 20 pounds, 15 reps. We're going to go to the 22 and a half for that. Now last week I did 17s. I just put the wrist straps on, which is fine as well. But I do have all this made up. I have 17 and a half, 22 and a half, 27 and a half made up for this purpose. As long as the edges on the bars like here, as long as these aren't going to cause an issue with the exercise, it's fine. And again, I've used these before I bought all those, so it's really not an issue. You've got to be careful, just like anything else. It doesn't feel right. It does not feel right. I know, it's stupid. It just doesn't feel right. So anyway, yeah, these bars, these dumbbell bars are 2.5 pounds. So 2 10-pound weights plus the bar means 22 and a half. And yeah, these weights are rusted out a little bit. They're old, but they're still solid, and they still weigh 10 pounds each. So. Just in case anybody's wondering, this position for the supported rows, this position for the kickbacks and the rear arm swing. arm lateral raises. Doesn't have to be. You can do it this way too. That's fine. Still works. I think it's more beneficial this way. If you have a guide, kind of like right here. I don't know. But you definitely want either this way for all three, or this way for the two, and this way for this one. Because this gives you counterbalance. As opposed to being over here, more like you're trying to use the rest of your body to support the weight. So yeah, either all three with your leg, the same leg planted as the arm you're working. Or at least for sure that one. That one you definitely want your leg planted the same arm you're working. Alright. So when I finished the right side, the first side, I was like, yeah, I could probably go up next time to the 25s. But the second side, the left side, I was like, yeah. So we'll start that with 22.5 next week. Oh, fuck it, we're going to go 25. I only had a small mini break. I think that I really needed to adjust my position as opposed to actually. Why? I had it right the other day. My camera's just a tad bit off. It can't be off. No, that's right. I think it just needs to be right. I think that's the issue. I moved it. You know, over here I'm still kind of off screen, but here I should be mostly on screen when I'm up here. I don't know. Whatever. It doesn't matter. It doesn't. I'm not going to do it again. Alright, back is done. And I need the bench for every single bicep curl. I say this every week. I need this. Alright, so incline bicep curls. This is where I would use 15 pounds in the first set last week. 15 pounds. I didn't spit. That was water in my mustache. In case you guys saw that. 15 pounds in the first set, 15 pounds in the second set. We're going up to 17 and a half. This is one for sure where I'm using the wrist weights as opposed to using the pre-put together 17 and a half that I dumbbells with the plate weights, because this is one where I know damn well that when I do my swing, that bar is going to get stuck in my pocket and it's going to annoy the fucking shit out of me. So I'm going to grab the 15-pound weights and I'm going to grab the 2-pound wrist weights, and we're going to go 17 as opposed to 17 and a half. A half pound's not going to make a huge difference. But that 2 to 3 pounds does make a huge difference. Because sometimes that 5-pound difference is just a little too much for one arm. Sometimes. So you want a 45-degree angle, or you can do this assuming 30-ish degree angle here. That'll work too. That is way too high. That's basically doing a regular bicep curl. And that's way too low. You're going to hurt your shoulders. So this, for me, is ideal. Gives you a nice stretch on the bicep. It works your bicep just a tad bit differently than it would if you were standing up straight. And again, today we're doing we only have 3 bicep curls. And we have one with a reverse curl. Doesn't count as a bicep curl. It's a forearm curl basically. But we have 3 positions today. Okay. First bicep curl is back here with the incline. Second one is a concentrated one where our arm is straight. You know, kind of sitting here. So we're here. That's 1, 2, and then preacher curls were up here. So we hit all 3 different angles with that. The only thing I didn't really incorporate into this was outward one. I don't know if that really makes a difference or not. I'll have to research that for the next time. The next series after this year is up. Alright, so yeah, I got the wrist weights on and grabbed the 15 pounders. Don't let anybody make fun of you for doing what you have to do, because this is what I have to do to make this work, is jump up 2.5 pounds. That is the proper way of doing it. You get the reps done, you can get done, and then you move on from there. These usually in between weights usually only last about 1 to 2 sets, and then we move on to the next one. So, I asked a guy here yesterday, he's like, it was weird. He goes, this is so sad to watch. And then he sent me likes afterwards, which is kind of weird. I'm like, what's sad about it? The fact that I'm getting into shape, that I'm working out every day, that I'm doing this, that I'm posting my lives so people can see that working out actually works. Maybe be inspired by doing it. I'm not sitting here trying to act like I'm Mr. Tough Guy Hard Ass. I'm like, look how big and bad I am lifting weights. No, that's not what I'm doing. I'm trying to be motivating and inspirational. Anyway, first set, 17 pounds. Again, you can do this double arm if you want to. You can do it single arm. I do it alternating. I always do a twist. Alternating is the best because it allows, you can see right now my arms are swinging. They're kind of slowing down right now, but it's just naturally going to swing. Alright? So if you alternate them, it kind of allows the other one to settle a little bit more before you bring it back up, without you having to force it to settle. So, anyway, I always do twists in a regular position right there. It's 1, 1, 2. Trying to get him to go from my thumb to my finger. They wouldn't move off my thumb. I don't got big thumbs. I don't got Megathon's thumbs. I don't care. She's crazy. She's weird. Her and MGK are like perfect for each other. They're both crazy, whacked out of their fucking mind. Should add Amber Heard in that mix. 10 years ago. Woo! I would give anything to have those two. Amber Heard and Megan Fox, not now, they're both whacked out. Anyway, 17 pounds, 15 reps. We're going to go up to 20 on this. I am really surprised I did not feel any pain in my left elbow on that exercise. I think it helps when I keep my head up. You know, as opposed to laying like this, keep my head up so I can see how far in I'm bringing that bar. If I get to a certain point, gravity's just going to pull it back, and then it pulls too tight, and then that bucks up my tendon right there. So, again, the nice thing about the alternating versions, doing alternating arms, is that you get a little mini break in between while this one rests for a second. Okay. Same thing with the singles, but you don't get that mini break on the same arm. This one gets a nice rest. Then you switch. This one gets a nice rest. So I like the alternating better if at all possible. But then again, it depends on what it is. Military press, I'd rather do them at the same time unless the weight's super heavy. Then I like to alternate them. Side ladder raises, I'd rather do them double. Even though I read somewhere that someone said that you should do them single arm, one at a time, because it causes you to focus more on the one arm, which does make sense. Keep one down here for a counterweight, then just do the one. That makes sense. Again, that might be an option after the weights get super heavy. Right now, I think I got 10 pounds on those, so it's not a lot. So I can focus the concentration fairly well. But I can understand that making sense. Or I can see how that makes sense. See how that works on the heavier weights for sure. Alright, second set, we're going 20 pounds. Felt so good as soon as I let go of those. Whew. Okay, 20 pounds, 15 reps. We'll keep that at 20 for next time. Sounds good to me. Sounds good to you. Sounds good to everybody. Nobody's gonna respond to me anyway. I'll just answer myself. That's how you make it crazy. Guess I'd fit in with Megan Hurds. Megan Hurds. I'm dumb. Anyway. Alright, single arm concentration curls. Just gotta turn this. I gotta put these away. Gotta put these away. Before I do all that. Okay. Just making sure. Alright, flat bench. There. There. And I need my short guy helper. There. Alright, not straight arm, single arm concentration curls. Now this is one that you have to kind of do single arm. One you can't really avoid. I mean, you can't avoid, you can do double arms. I think you need the extra concentration. This is what I was talking about with single arm concentration. The focus on the one. Anyway, we did 10 pounds the first set, 12 pounds the second set. We're going up to the 15s. For this one, let's do 115. All right. Okay. I really needed a break. I already had a break on that arm. Alright. Okay. So, first set, 15 pounds, 15 reps. We'll keep it at 15 for the second set. Yeah. Oh, that's not sitting right. No, it's not. Gotta fix that. Gotta be presentable. That's better. That looks better. That looks more badass. With my skull bandana. Then I'm gonna go upstairs and probably put on like Roadrunner socks or something. Muppet socks. I do have Muppet socks. I have SpongeBob socks, I have Captain America, I have Avengers socks, I have Justice League socks, Animaniacs, Mandalorian, at least Grogu, Goonies, Street Fighter. Basically almost everything they sold at Walmart the last couple of years. I got almost all of them. I don't have the Golden Girl ones. I don't have the Harry Potter ones. I like Harry Potter, but I was never like super into Harry Potter. Back to the Future. Anyway, that's enough stalling. Alright, second set, 15 pounds. It just doesn't see this guy. Music. I have it on normalized. This is. I turned it up to two button pushes. And this is about as loud as it was when I turned it down when I was trying to yell across the room over there. I only turned it down one last time. I don't know. Anyway, 15 pounds, 15 reps. Keep that at 15 for next time. Alright. Preacher curls and reverse curls. Same setup, different hand position. And different weight. Alright, so let's get this all turned around here. Right about there, I believe. Everybody can see me. Not that anybody's watching me. This particular bench comes with a preacher setup. It's got the preacher bench. Okay. And the handle. And again, these little rubber grips, these didn't come on it. I added those because it didn't rotate. Ow. Ow. Doesn't really hurt. But it doesn't rotate, so it's like you're pulling it in, but you know. Your hands can only go so far. a regular bar, obviously the bar is going to go with your hand. This, however, you're here. If I kept my hand straight, if I kept my hands locked on the bar, my wrist would turn, as you can see that, my wrist just turn outward, as opposed to going the way they should. So, I pulled these off of some other, some old, I pulled these off of the pull-up bar that I don't use. And I put these on the sides so they didn't fall off, and now it can turn properly with my hands being the right way. So, then again, if you don't like that bar, if you have a similar setup, you can always use a barbell. Easy bar. Dumbbells. Preacher curl is a good preacher curl, and you can use whatever bar you want. Anyway, I'm stalling again. I don't know why, I like doing the preacher curls. Alright, so we did 30 pounds last time on the first set, 35 on the second set. We're going to keep it 35. We're going to do 25 and 10. Sorry, I put my butt in your face. Alright, 25, 35. There we go. Alright, preacher curls for a set, 35 pounds. Okay. Okay, 35 pounds, 15 reps. We're going to go ahead and put up to 40 for the next one. Just need another 5 or 8 5. I think this would be a good song sound. It's a free sound. It's a common, Creative Commons music. It'd be good. It actually has the right feel for it. I think someone could do a really cool robot dance to it or something. Robot pop lock dance to it. I never learned how to do that. Anyway, I always wanted to. I wanted to learn how to break dance as a kid because that was what was cool. But of course, my parents, absolutely not. You'll break something. That's why it's called breakdancing. But yeah, I'm watching Silver Spoons, watching young Carlton do breakdancing. You know, Michael Jackson videos where he goes by and sees some kids and they're breakdancing on the cardboard. I learned how to do it. Now I'm all old and my body's not really made for it anymore. Anyway, second set, 40 pounds. Well, that's not going to go up next week. 40 pounds, 15 reps. Stay 40 pounds for next week. It'll stay. Stay right there. Don't you move. Alright, reverse curls. We did 20 pounds. First set, 25. Second set, we're doing 25 again. So I gotta take all the little guys off. These two. And that leaves 25. The last exercise. Not the last set, last exercise. 2 sets. Alright, first set. 25 pounds. Sounds like fucking video game music. Not like the other one that sounded like it was Pong and Pac-Man and shit. This one sounds like the background of some cutscene in an original Nintendo game. Like they play like Ninja Gaiden or something. Yeah, like we was running on the train. Ninja Gaiden 2. That was my favorite. 25, 15 reps. We're going to go with 30. Alright, second set, 30 pounds. Last exercise, last set of the day. A little longer than I wanted to be, but whatever. 1, So, 30 pounds, 15 reps. We'll keep that 30 pounds for next week. Probably push it and do 35, but I don't think I'll get a second set out of 35 if I do that. I don't want to sell myself short by going the opposite direction, which really isn't. Anyway. the Pac-Man Pong one. See? There's a Pong. Oh, like mad science or something like that. It should be called Pac-Man Pong. That's what it should be called. Okay. Enough of that. All right, so that's it. I think today went pretty good. I think it went pretty good. Didn't go fast as I wanted it to, but then again, I procrastinate and I talk too much. But whatever. And everybody's gone. Whatever. So, yeah, now I gotta go put the fucking mulch down. I was supposed to start working like 15 minutes ago. So I gotta put the mulch down. Because it's still in my truck. That's terrible, because my truck gonna stink all fucking day. By truck, I mean SUV. So, yeah, been locked in there all night. Should have just taken them out and put them in the garage, or could have just left them in the backyard. No one takes anything out of my yard, unless it's something of value. You know, like my son dropped his phone outside of his car one day. He parked him. I'm on a dead-end side street. I think I've mentioned that before. And he always parks like right here. And it leads to a path back there where all the crackheads and shit come trouncing by. And he dropped his phone and somebody stole it. We get a rough location of where it was, but other than probable cause, just because it's pinging in a rough area, they're not 100% accurate and can't guarantee it's in that house, so the police can't really do anything other than to ask if they have it, and they can say no. So. They can't force their way in and search the house without a warrant, so we just disabled the phone completely, put a theft alert on it. That way they couldn't do anything. I'm sure if somebody has a buddy, and I'm sure a lot of people have buddies that work in these places and know how to bypass that shit, which is pretty bad. People do that crap. But anyway, so I just wish we could have remotely wiped it and stuff completely. But anyway, but I suppose it locked it out. The only way to unlock it would obviously be to take it to a store and have somebody do it and completely free it up. So, other than that, nothing's been taken. You know, I had the garage door open when my DJ equipment was still there. And I got home later a couple times just because I didn't realize the garage door was broken and it wasn't shutting all the way. It was popping back up. So, yeah, that's it. I'm done. Twitch, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, all the same usernames. All the workouts are uploaded as of yesterday's is currently being uploaded to YouTube right now. Probably ready to publish, or if not, probably close to it if it didn't get interrupted. Other than that, all videos so far, other than today's, have been uploaded to YouTube for your viewing pleasure. Yeah, everything in my fitness journey and my highlight reel playlist on TikTok is also on YouTube in the fitness journey playlist on YouTube. Instagram has my highlight reels, my weekly progress reports, basically, and then my weekly progress pictures as well for reference purposes, which are also uploaded to Facebook and Twitter simultaneously. Also the same username. Facebook obviously is friends only shit. So, however, I do have them public, so I do have all those posts public because they're public on everywhere else. Twitch is just Twitch. I'm not sure what I can use Twitch for other than live streaming and probably just chit-chatting like anything else. And then TikTok is my main account where I would prefer all communication go. Trying to lose 100 pounds. Took me 1 year to do 50 on diet alone. My wife says not fast enough. Yes. Diet alone is not going to just do it. Your body needs to change its routine. Your wife says it's not... Your wife says it's not fast enough because she's concerned, or she says it's not fast enough because she's mad. I don't know. Either way, I just read my wife says it's not fast enough. I just picture, you're not doing it fast enough. You need to do it faster. Yes, I dropped 30 plus pounds in 3 months. Not this time. I'm not quite there yet. 3-4 months, I went from 195 to about 158 in about 3.5 months, roughly. Now, I was doing, at the time, I was doing a 2.5 to 3 hour workout. I was doing everything I'm doing now, condensed. So I was doing all the workouts that I'm doing twice a week, as opposed to once a week. So when, like today, for my back, I did behind the neck lat pull downs, seated rows, and supported rows. And on Tuesday, I did wide lat pull downs, close grip, reverse grip pull downs, and deadlifts. I would do that Tuesday, whatever today is, Tuesday and Friday. So I would do all of them twice a week as opposed to splitting it in half. And then I would do two to 4, sometimes 5 cardios, sometimes 6. Anywhere from 2 to 6 cardios in the evenings. So that's how I dropped that so fast, which was not good because as soon as my routine, my daily work routine, regular daily routine changed, it all went to shit and the shit came right back. Pretty much, not quite as fast as it went off, but it came back pretty quickly. So, but yes, weight training will help a lot. You can lose weight because what's going to happen is you're going to burn calories all day while your muscles recover, as opposed to cardio. Cardio is going to burn calories while you do it for a short time afterwards until your body comes to a rest. Once your body comes to a rest, you stop burning all those extra calories. Weightlifting will burn calories all day long. And doing it in the morning will also help boost your energy throughout the day for you to burn more calories on top of that because you have more energy now. Even though you might not feel like it, your body has more energy because you started the day by just going at it. So working out at night is not a problem either. You'll burn the calories while you're sleeping if you're doing weights. I had knee surgery, can't do cardio for 4 months, would just upper help? Yes. I'm not sure. I mean, you can do what you can. I mean, there's people in wheelchairs that can only do upper bodies, and they look great. So yeah, but you can do what you can. So that's like my little new mantra: do what you can, make it work, and get it done. Okay. So yes, you can do upper. If you just had knee surgery, I would focus on getting that healed first before you. It says 4 months. I'm assuming you just had it, at least within the last month or two. My DoorDash ended because I didn't get it paused in time or get logged in time or readjust it. Whatever. DoorDash sucks anyway. But yeah, you can do it. Do whatever you can to make it work. If you're at the point where you can move, you can walk on it, even with a brace and assistant, you can probably do some mild yoga. That's not only going to help you, that's actually a workout in itself. You can do some Tai Chi stuff, you can just a little more focus on it. I know it sounds kind of goofy, it doesn't sound like it actually works, but it does. Yoga, I mean, Diamond Dallas Page, you know, one of the, I don't know, I say he was one of the biggest wrestlers, but he was a very popular wrestler. He has a whole fucking program that's based off yoga-based workout program that he helps people get back into shape with after injuries and, you know, if you watch the Jake Snake Roberts thing, drug addictions and alcoholism and just everything. But yeah, yoga will definitely help you. It'll also help you strengthen all the muscles and tendons around your knee. I would obviously consult a doctor on what you can do, what you should do, what you are allowed to do. You know, the range of work that you can do. But yeah, upper body for sure. You shouldn't have an issue with that, as long as you're seated for most of it. I would assume. I don't want to give you any bad advice because I'm not a doctor. I'm not an athletic trainer, personal trainer, any of that. I do have some knowledge of it from being teaching lifeguard training and helping out the athletic trainer in high school, and doing my own research into all of this stuff. So, but no, I'm not a professional on anything, so I don't want you to take my advice as 100%. But I would definitely consult your doctor. But yeah, you can do upper body stuff if you're allowed to, and that will help. But again, weightlifting does burn calories all day, as opposed to cardio that only burns calories while you're doing it and until you come to a rest. So the additional calories, obviously, because I'm burning calories just normally, just standing here. I'm going to burn calories, just all this back and forth. I'm burning calories. Just being awake burns calories. Just being alive burns calories. So you're always burning calories, but the additional additional benefit of doing the cardio, you're going to lose as soon as your body comes back to its normal resting state. So yeah, I hope that helps. But yeah, there are stuff you can do even with an injury. But again, consult your physician before you do anything. That's all I'm going to say about that. So, but yeah, all four of these are the same usernames. If you want to check me out on a different platform than you're watching me on, that's great. TikTok is my main account. That's where I prefer all my communications to go. I'm not going to ignore you if you communicate with me on any other platform. Obviously, the four that I'm on right now: Twitch, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter. Those are like the only things. I think those are the only things I have. I believe. So whatever you want to communicate with me on, that's fine. I appreciate the communication, but I would prefer it on TikTok so I can make video replies to your questions, comments, or concerns. Please direct those to my fitness journey playlist or to the highlight reel playlist videos in there, or in the Q&A feature. That's it. That's all I have to say. Now I have to go do mulch and get completely filthy. Hopefully that won't take like a half hour or so. Lunches have sucked lately, by the way. Not my lunches, but lunches for this. So Fridays especially. I haven't had a good Friday lunch in a while. But I think if I can get out by 1:30, I should still have a good evening. unlike last night, 2.5 hours, only made $30. $30 and $29.75 in 2.5 hours. And I spent about a gallon of gas, a little over a gallon of gas. So I made about $20, 25 bucks. That's not okay. Considering on a Thursday evening I should be hitting about $30 to $35 an hour. It usually averages out for the whole day when I work all day to be about about $22 to $23 an hour after gas. That's where I should be. But the evenings between 6 and 10 o'clock, there's no reason I should have been making $30 to $35. 30, 28, even on a slow night. On a slow night in the evening, especially a Thursday evening, Thursday, Friday, Saturdays, I should be hitting between $28 and $35 an hour, somewhere around there. With the occasional like hiccup, like 4:30, 5 o'clock, hitting like only having a 0 hour or a $10 hour or something like that. Like I said, it averages out to be about 20 something. But anyway, that's it. I'm done. I gotta do mulch and eat and shower and all that shit. Turn off. It's not turning off. I do need to get the battery. Try it again. Well, this